Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So it has been a while since I've actually sat down and filmed a sit down video, so if I'm a little bit rusty throughout this, I apologize. Today I have a guest.
Hello, this reminds me of our very old, like,
the old video,
was it accents or like what character
impressions back in the day.
That was a very long time ago.
We're currently in lockdown at the moment, so Rachel and I thought we'd sit down and film a video because we haven't filmed a video, like just us two sitting down, for quite a while. So I thought it would be fun to do the best friend tag because we've never done it. So I've just moved the camera slightly because I think this is slightly better. But I asked you guys over on my Instagram to send in some questions that you guys had for us, and you guys sent in some, so we're just gonna sit here and answer them today. I've looked through them, but Rachel has no idea.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Without further ado, let's jump into this video. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading out of my YouTube book. I've written all the questions down in here. So the first question we got asked a couple of times, this is for you. Does she like Phil / what does she think of Phil? So Phil is my fiance, for those of you that don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even just this last month, or how long have we been locked down? 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3
I've
weeks.
gotten to know Phil a lot better, which has been really cool. No, I do like Phil. He's a very cool guy, and he's definitely grown on me as I got to know him. So
yeah.
He was a little bit shy when I first met him, and he's real cool.
Super shy though. It's so funny when he meets people he doesn't know because he's so shy, and they always come up to me like, oh, your fiance is so shy. I'm like,
yeah, so it was
he?
a bit hard to get to know him, but once you get to know him, he's real cool.
So the next question is for both of us, and that's, what's something you admire about each other? Do you want to answer first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I admire, I guess, your loyalty to your friends and like your willingness to like always be an advocate for them. Yeah, and also your determination. I guess with YouTube and whatever you do, like you kind of go 100, and also your willingness to speak up for yourself, because that's something that I don't really have, and your willingness to not let yourself be trampled by other people.
Something I admire about Rachel is, it's kind of what you already touched on, but like your determination. Like if you want something, you'll go and do it no matter what people tell you, and I think just like your confidence that you have.
Thanks.
Yeah. What does she think of your sisters? Both of us have two sisters, two younger sisters.
Yeah. My middle sister is in this, well, was in the same year as Shelby.
Which is my middle sister. Yeah.
So I guess being like older siblings, we kind of had a lot to relate to as well, like the struggles of being the older sister, going through everything first. I did hang out a little bit with Shelby at high school as well, and she's cool. Anya not so much, but yeah, she's crack up. I love her.
My sister Shelby, she's 2 years younger than me, so I'm 23, and then my sister Anya, she's 7 years younger than me. And what's the difference between you and your sisters? Obviously there's 2 years between you and Amy,
so there's like 3.5 years between me and my younger sister, so
yeah,
all pretty close. Yeah,
so your middle sister kind of knew Shelby, but your youngest sister didn't really know my sister.
No, they went to the same school for a while, but they weren't like in the same class or anything.
Yeah, there's just too much of an age gap,
yeah,
I think. Yeah. This next question, what's the biggest argument you've ever had?
I feel like, I honestly don't know, like most of our arguments are kind of like, they're not proper arguments, they're just like us like watch a movie or something and we like disagree on, it's more like a debate, and we get like real into it, but it's not really an argument.
Nah. I don't know if we've ever like fully had an argument where we've had a go at each other.
I don't really know, to be honest. Like,
it's just more like healthy debates, but it's
it will be like
TV
even
shows.
Just this lockdown, like a movie will end. It'll just be me, Phil and Paige sitting there like, what does the ending mean, and like googling like someone to back up our answers, like so that's honestly probably the only thing I can really think of.
Yeah, I guess since we haven't really had an argument, what would our advice be to some like best friends who are in conflict or have had an argument?
I would say talk, because I mean we've kind of been in a situation before where we've had that with other friends, so talk, but like try and make it respectful and not like assuming that they're out to get you or whatever. Like say your point of view, but also listen to what they have to say, and like if it's a friendship that you really value, then you'll be willing to like go through something that's maybe a little bit uncomfortable to save that friendship. Communication
is key. The next one, someone wants to know what our lock screens are.
I actually don't. I change mine like all the time, like on the daily, because I get sick of it. But mine at the moment is like a tree that I came across in a lockdown walk that looked nice, so it's kind of boring. But
I was gonna say, and my lock screen, this is the same as my lock screen, but it's just a photo of Phil and I at my friend's wedding. The next question, how did you meet?
We met at good old Christian Christian school.
Yeah, so we met in school. We weren't like friends when we started. Like,
Yeah, no. I think because I moved to that school when I was 10, I think.
So year 6, last year of primary.
And then we didn't really become friends until high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is random, but
yeah.
I don't know what it was about high school that kind of made us click, but
yeah.
Yeah, it was like when we moved to the other side of the school to like year 9, and then we both moved to girls' high together, so.
Yeah, and year 11.
Yeah, in year 11.
And then the next question kind of ties into that, and that is, how long have you been friends? We were basically like, I think we were like best friends pretty much straight away.
From like year 9, so like that's 5
Age
years
12,
of high school.
13.
Plus how many years have we been out of high school? Like another, probably coming up on 10 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's crazy. We should have like a 10-year
yes,
friend anniversary.
oh my gosh, yes, go out for dinner. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like almost as like half my life. That's,
yeah, almost half my life too, so. It's been a fat while. This is one for you. So what's her thoughts when you told her you were moving to Auckland?
Because Paige had been talking about it for a while. Like, I always knew she wanted to. Like, even before I moved to Auckland, I knew like that was her dream city. I just didn't expect it to like happen that fast. So I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. But obviously I was like really excited. Just like didn't expect it to be that soon. But no, it's been good, and it's been good to like, I guess for you to have someone to like show you around, because I didn't have that. It's like nice for me to be like, let me give you like a tour that I never got.
Yeah, it's definitely really helpful, because I've only been in Auckland since May and it's now September. Like 5 months, coming up 5 months.
Yeah, one of those months will be lockdown. So
yeah,
like
one of those months we're stuck inside. And then how long have you been in Auckland?
I moved here February 2018, so that's like,
wow, it has been a while, eh? 3.5
years, but 18. Yeah. Maths is not my strong suit. While, a few years.
A good while, yeah. So this person asked 2 questions. So the first one is, how old are you?
I am 22.
Yeah. And when do you turn 23?
In November. I'm not looking forward to it. I feel like 23 is so old.
Bro, I'm 23.
I know. I like being like the youngest of the friend group. I feel, I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna be sad when I turn 23.
Yeah, so we're both born in 1998, so we're both born in the same year. I'm just older. And then the second question that person asked was, what does she do? A little bit about her life, please.
Ooh, I do many things.
Just talk them through what you do.
Yeah, so at the moment I'm at uni. I'm studying communications, so all online. I'm actually in my semester break right now, which is sad because I'm not doing anything. But I also work at a radio station part-time, Life FM, if you want to listen to it.
Let them know your times and stuff so they can tune in.
So I do a Sunday show from 2 to 7 on a Sunday. I interned there last year, so that's how I sort of got into that line of work. And I also do like a little bit acting stuff on the side. So I studied on-screen acting in 2018. That's why I moved to Auckland.
At South Seas.
So at South Seas, which is now called UB Colleges, which is just a terrible name. I don't know why they changed it. But yeah, I do that. I have an agent and I just have auditions and stuff, although at the moment it's all like self-tapes because we're in lockdown. But yeah, and I also work at a pharmacy, so I'm an essential worker at the moment.
I talked about that in my vlog.
Which is good because it gets me out of the house, but it's also incredibly boring at the moment.
And do you want to tell them a bit about your acting as well, like what you've done?
Mainly like short films, or like, to be honest, very low paid short films. I've done a few like stage things. Acting is an incredibly hard industry to get into,
especially in New Zealand.
Yeah, or it will be like self-funded projects, like the director is dipping into their own pocket to like pay you. But yeah, so it's mainly just auditions. Like you'll get probably 1% of everything you audition for. Yeah, it's just something I really love, and I like kind of creating my own stuff as well. So I've been working on like some monologues and stuff while we've been in lockdown, and I bought a green screen so I can record my own stuff. So yeah, it's exciting, but it's also quite a challenge.
And I was gonna say, do you want to talk about your faith a little bit as well?
Yeah, so I guess I grew up in a Christian household, but sometime around like my later teen years I kind of had to decide whether that was something I wanted to like follow for myself, which I did. Yeah, I remember going to like a youth camp, and that was where I was like, oh my gosh, like this is real. Pretty much since late teens is when I would say like I became a Christian, I guess, although I did like grow up in a Christian household, so I guess in that sense I've always sort of been around it. My faith is honestly like what keeps me going a lot of the time. Like it's so important to me. It keeps me going through the tough times. It sounds super cheesy, but but it's true. It's like, true though. Yeah. And
what do you see yourself doing in like 5 years time?
I honestly have no idea. Like I feel like at the moment my life is very like, I have so many different like paths I can go down, or hopefully doors that will open. Definitely I would love to work more in radio. I've been looking at jobs for that because I'm majoring in radio at uni, and also in screen. I'm doing a double major, so I'm also doing screen production. But anything to do with like basically communication or like just storytelling, like whether it's radio or like maybe even I've started to think about like creating my own stuff, like short films, and uni will give me, get out of lockdown, an opportunity to do that as well. Just something to do with telling stories, and stories that like actually are like meaningful to people. So that's kind of the goal. I don't know how exactly it will happen, but
you'll get there.
Yeah, we'll just see what doors open.
Hopefully that kind of answered your question. So this last question kind of has two questions in it. So one of them we got asked twice, and that is our fave memory, and then what's your all-time favorite memory together.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there's
so
a lot
many
to choose from over 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you want me to say one of mine? The first thing that came to my mind was when we were baking cookies for Shout.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Back at Rachel's house back in Hawke's Bay, and we were like making cookies the whole afternoon. I think we stayed up till like 1 a.m. or something.
Back when 1 a.m. was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, we have stayed up.
And we were just like delirious because we were fundraising to go to Shout, which is a Christian conference up here in Auckland, and we were just like delirious. And then the next day we went out
and sell them. We had to knock on strangers' doors.
We did, but we sold them all in 30 minutes.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a proud moment.
We made like 50 to 100, I think, and we sold them all in 30 minutes.
Yeah. I would say like Shout as well, like, because that was like before obviously either of us moved to Auckland, and Shout is in Auckland, so it was like we travelled up and it was so exciting, and we went shopping. And
I did vlog that too.
Yeah,
a really old vlog of that.
I still go back and watch that vlog. Shout, and I guess like just school memories, like from Girls High probably. Yes. I'm trying to think of like something specific, maybe like stage challenge or like
stage challenge was cool.
Choir. Oh my gosh,
choir,
Hashtag femcaps. That was always a good time. And just like joking around in like English and like form time in year 13, and just like all the random quotes. We have a quote book.
We do,
with all the quotes from year 13. I'm so glad we did that.
Yeah. Basically what we did is whenever someone said something that was like kind of funny or kind of just like stupid or random, we would write it down, and then at the end of the year we kind of, I don't know what we ended up doing with it, but we put it all in a book. Do you want to get it and read a couple of them out? Yeah, it was just like random quotes from people. I don't know if any of you guys are watching this, so sorry if you're watching this and one of your quotes is what we've got in the book.
This is our little
the glorious quote book.
Oh my gosh.
Just go to a random page.
Some of these might not be funny to you guys, but to us it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Here we go. You need some context for this one. Okay, this is Emma and Jess K. Emma says, I'm not gonna stoop to your level. And Jess K says, you couldn't even stoop to her level if you were on the ground. Hashtag tall problems.
Yeah, because Jess was very tall.
Very tall. This is one from English. So Miss Lewis was our English teacher.
Yeah.
And she says, history girls, any advice to the non-history girls with research? I think we're doing like an English research project.
Yeah.
And Jess K says, don't leave it to the day before. Oh, hashtag critical lens. That was an awful thing that we did. I feel like there's some from choir in here. I'm gonna find like
there probably is.
Maddie, Rachel, why can't you talk? Rachel writes on paper, it was sore this morning and I talked too much. Now I can't talk without severe pain.
Recovering from your cold.
I mean, that was the time. Do you remember that? There was a cockroach like in the corner
of the gosh, I was literally about to say that's another one of my favorite memories.
There was a cockroach and like I absolutely hate them. I have an actual phobia of them.
Yeah.
And for like that whole day I hadn't talked because I was like recovering from a cold. I had no voice.
She had this massive like sore throat, and whenever she talked it was a whisper.
And then I saw this cockroach and I just screamed like this loudest, like honestly gave my voice back, like just from this cockroach.
Because it was like walking along behind her TV as we were like watching something.
Found one from history. So Powdrill, or P Diddy, was my favorite teacher. Someone asked him, we should play history bingo, and he says, girls, I don't like games and things. They make me feel insecure. This is why we love Powdrill. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked now, but this is from photography. Basically, if anyone has done like photography or art, you've probably experienced like you do your board and then you show it to your teacher and it's like 2 days before it's due, and they'll be like, you know what, you need to change everything. You need to do like 3 new photo shoots.
Move this here, take this whole brief out and do another one.
They like change your whole idea. Like, I asked my friend Sarah, have you finished your photography? And she says, I finished everything, and then the teacher looked at it and told me to do it all again.
There's one from Mr. Atkinson.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Atkinson.
He was great.
Eagle. He was great. He says, if we all get that note, it will sound amazeballs. Totes amazeballs.
And this is like a guy in his like 40s.
Yeah. He tried to be relevant. Well,
That was in geography.
so this is good old Wallace.
Yeah.
He was a geography teacher.
Yeah.
His knees are all bandaged up. Samara says, "What happened to your knee?" Wallace replies, "I got into a fight with a tiger. I killed it." There's basically like whole pages of that.
Yeah.
A trip down memory lane.
And then I guess the last question that we will finish on today is something you're looking forward to together.
Ooh. I'm gonna say the obvious one, which is your wedding.
Yeah, I was gonna say my wedding.
You're like, you
Yeah.
better say that if you
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that and being a bridesmaid.
Yeah, because Rachel's my like maid of honor. Or
Yeah.
my chief bridesmaid.
Just a warning, I will cry.
That's right.
One of my other good friends got married last year and I cried more than her. It was really embarrassing, but I'm a crier, I will cry. But I'm looking forward to that. The rest of life is so uncertain. I'm like, I don't know what else
it's
I'm
really
looking
hard
forward
to try and...
Especially with COVID.
I'm looking forward to in the future when you like star in this massive movie and I can go to like the premiere with you and I'll be like, she's my friend. Like, it's gonna be great.
I will look forward to if that happens as well.
Yeah, those are all of the questions that we will answer today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. It's always linked down below. Do you want both your Instagrams as well linked below?
I can just put my acting one.
Okay.
The other one's private.
I'll leave Rachel's acting Instagram down below, so please go and give her a follow as well. Yeah, if you guys want to see us do any other videos, please let us know because we're probably going to be in lockdown for a while. At least level 3 probably for a while.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and learned something new, and hopefully we kind of answered all of your guys' questions. A big thank you again to everyone who did send in questions. I really appreciate it. Do you want to say anything?
Thanks for making me feel like a celebrity and like answering questions.
Yeah. I will see you guys in my next video. Don't know when Rachel will see you. Could be soon if we're vlogging quite a bit.
Probably will be.
I'll see you in my next video and Rachel will see you whenever she sees you next. Alright. Bye.
Bye.
I'm nervous.
I don't know what to do with that now.
Just like smile.
Scared because I don't know what any of the questions are.
That's alright, you'll be okay. I feel like this needs to come this way.
You need more of me.
Hello.
Felipe McMillan.
How you doing?
Yeah, we're filming a video.